It was the coldest winter night I could remember, and the snowstorm outside showed no mercy. The trees groaned under the weight of the snow, and the wind howled like a pack of lost souls. My parents had gone on a last-minute business trip, and I was left alone in our old, creaky house. As the night deepened, I felt an eerie unease settling over me. The house was ancient, with a history that whispered through its walls. The previous owners had abruptly moved out, leaving all their belongings behind. They never explained why, and the locals said they were a peculiar family. I huddled in front of the fireplace, trying to shake off the cold and the unsettling feeling that had taken root in my chest. I tried to reassure myself that I was a grown-up, capable of taking care of myself. But then, I heard it. A faint whisper from the shadows.
Oliver?
I spun around, searching the dark corners of the room, but there was no one there. It must have been my imagination playing tricks on me, I thought. But as the night wore on, the whispers persisted. They called my name softly, like a seductive, sinister lullaby. I crept through the house, my heart pounding in my chest. The whispers seemed to dance ahead of me, always staying just out of reach. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was not alone, that someone or something was watching me. In the kitchen, I found a photo album, dusty and forgotten. I opened it, and the images sent a shiver down my spine. The previous family had been captured in the photographs, their eyes wide with terror, as if they had seen something unimaginable. The whispers grew louder, and I slammed the album shut, desperate to silence them. I decided to call the police, but when I picked up the phone, there was nothing but static on the line. Panic set in, and I stumbled into the hallway, trying to escape the relentless whispers. That's when I saw it, a figure hunched and ghastly standing at the end of the corridor. It had a twisted, grinning face, and its eyes glowed with an otherworldly malevolence. I froze, unable to move as it slowly advanced toward me, each step echoing in the silence of the house. The whispers grew louder, now a cacophony of voices, all urging me to run. But my feet felt like lead, and I couldn't tear my eyes away from the approaching horror. Just as the figure was about to reach me, a blinding light erupted from the hallway, casting the shadowy specter back. It screamed in agony, its form dissipating like smoke. I turned to see a woman, bathed in an ethereal glow, standing at the entrance. She introduced herself as Sarah, the daughter of the previous owners. She had been away when her family had fled, and she had returned to find the house tainted by a malevolent force. With the help of a local priest, she had been trying to cleanse the house ever since. Sarah explained that the entity was trapped between realms, feeding on fear and loneliness. It had attached itself to the house, and it thrived on the isolation I had felt. She had sensed its presence when she heard about my situation and rushed to my aid. Over the next few hours, Sarah performed a series of rituals to banish the entity. The whispers grew weaker, and the oppressive atmosphere in the house lifted. As dawn broke, the storm outside subsided, and I felt a sense of relief wash over me. With tears in her eyes, Sarah explained that her family had not been so lucky. They had been tormented by the entity for months, and it had driven them to the brink of madness. They had left everything behind, hoping to escape its clutches. I thanked Sarah for saving me and asked her why she had stayed behind to face the entity. She told me that she couldn't bear to let it harm anyone else, that she had to confront the darkness that had consumed her family. As she prepared to leave, Sarah warned me to be cautious. The entity was gone, but the house still held echoes of its malevolence. She urged me to sell the property and move on, to leave the past behind. Months later, I followed her advice. We sold the house and tried to forget the horrors I had experienced. But even now, in a new place, I can't shake the feeling that something is watching me, waiting for an opportunity to return. And when the wind howls and the shadows grow long, I can still hear the faintest whispers in the night calling my name.